I hope this works. Live. Okay. Nobody's going to be watching this right now, but just wait a couple seconds now. I'm just going to have a sip of water. No, nobody's here, but we'll get this corrected after, okay? I'll definitely get this corrected. Yep. So nobody will be here, but that's totally fine. Looks like maybe somebody's watching. If they are, that's great. Oh, hey, Neoblade Gaming. How are you? You know what? I tried another stream that was supposed to go live at 2, like a minute or two ago. It didn't work. It just kept spinning around and around and around. Christiane, hi. Happy Friday. How are you? Yeah, no, I'm just saying to Neoblade Gaming that I tried the live stream. I set the notification. You know what? It started to go live. It said going live. Just spun around and around and around and around and around. It's out there for like 2 minutes, so I closed it down. Just opened up another stream, so I'll get that corrected. Anyways, there's a fella. I want to say thanks a lot to Recycle Dude. You were about half an hour before it went live. You sent me a message, so I want to say no problem at all, Recycle Dude. Completely understand, and I was going to actually apologize to you because it took me so long to get into the Hangout. Never done it, so. Hopefully, maybe we can try that again. But yeah, no, I completely understand. I've been having problems with this computer a little bit the last week, anyways, myself. So no worries, my friend. Understand. Hey, everybody, how are you? It's the weekend. Anyways, I used to listen to a station out of Detroit called The Riff, and it was my favorite radio rock station of all time. And there used to be this guy named Arthur P. He did a show every day at around 4 o'clock. And it was called Get the Lead Out. Everybody's finishing the factories, everybody was finishing work, and he started in a Zeppelin and that. And every winter he did this thing, this contest. It's Maui time, and he'd take a bunch of people down to Maui for the weekend that always wanted to win the trip to Maui, but never did. But anyways, so yeah, it's the weekend. I can't wait. It's Thanksgiving in Canada. All my Canadians here, happy Thanksgiving. Anybody that's not, no worries. You're honorary Canadians for the weekend. So how's everybody doing? That's how I'm going to start this. Raymond Doolin, how are you? Good afternoon. And up late, going to sleep. Oh, no worries. It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Jamie Austin, hello. How are you? Yes, thanks for saying hi to Jamie Austin. River Rat Skippy, how's it going? It's pretty good. How about yourself? I saw you you're in Kay's challenge. Are you in Kay's challenge also, River Rat Skippy, the 30-day challenge? I signed up for it. I've been on her stream once or twice, but this month, but it's a little bit busier this month. So, but I have to get back to her about that. On Happy Trails hiking, yeah. If anybody needs some encouragement for their health or just a fitness challenge, if you go to Happy, why is this eluding me? Happy Trails Hiking. Kay there, the woman that runs the channel, she's a great woman, and you get a lot of encouragement. They're doing a 30-day challenge to encourage people to get out and work out their fitness routine. Any encouragement they need. If you're looking for encouragement, go to Happy Trails Hiking. You won't be disappointed. Sorry, I got new glasses finally. The other ones that were broken, I got mine last night. I thought I wasn't going to get them till next week, but the lady called in the afternoon and I was able to pick them up. So perfect. But I've got the bifocals. I've had them for a few years. So a new prescription. It takes me about 2 or 3 days to get used to it. So if you see me like an old man, going like that or doing this, it's just because today. So it's not anything else. Everybody go support Jamie Austin. That's right. Purchards, hi, how are you? It's great to see you. Everybody, check everybody's channel out. The Purchards, the great couple from the UK. They do a live stream on Thursday evening, 9 p.m. UK time. So here in Canada, it'd be 4 p.m. Eastern, and then whatever location you're in. But 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Over in the UK on Thursday evenings. Jamie Austin, are you in Canada? Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Good. Brad Skippy, you are good. East Mesa Urban Homestead, how are you, buddy? It's nice to see you. You're in the house. Undead Otter, hey, how are you, buddy? It's nice to see you. Hey, everybody, check out Undead Otter. You're doing your streams 11:30, right? Undead Otter on it's every day, right? You're just right after Kay, after she does her 11 o'clock show. You go on at 11:30 every day, or imagine you're in California, LA, right? So that'd be what 8:30 your time, I imagine. Sandy Williams, shalom. How are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, Jamie Austin, no, okay, no worries. I wasn't too sure. Let me just read through this. Sorry. Yeah, everybody support Undead Otter. Thanks for dropping by. If you can stay, great. If you have to go, you're just dropping in. No worries, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody check out Undead Otter, please. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? It's nice to see you. Everybody excited this weekend? Anybody got anything planned here in our household? It's Thanksgiving, so we got a long weekend with the family, and Sunday we're going over to my mom's. She does like a turkey dinner, and have some aunts and uncles over, and that just people that you might not see every year. Usually we see them around Thanksgiving, and we used to see them in the summer quite often, but we used to go camping, but we haven't been for about a year in that. So now we see them usually at Christmas and Thanksgiving. You know, that's just family life. Jojo G, my wife, how are you? It's nice to see you. Having a great day / night. Hello at the Percher. It's nice to meet you. Oh, good. I'm glad you said hello to the Percher. Say hi to everybody else, Joe. Jojo G is my wife, everybody. Yes, Undead Otter, 8:30 California. It's going to be noon Wednesday, Friday for a while. Oh, okay, no worries. So as you can see, Undead Otter said it's for the time being, maybe it's going to be noon and for Wednesday and Fridays for a while. Shalem Fish. Hey, Shalem, you said to call you Mike. Is that right? How are you? Oh, Undead Otter, I understand. No worries. I can understand that completely. Let me just read this. Jamie Austin, watching grandbaby so my daughter can go to a haunted house. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? That's a great idea. I'm gonna have to tell my wife. She usually likes. My wife likes. My daughter's older now, 15, so she's not going to be going out probably this year for Halloween. But my wife likes to. She's always designed the kids' Halloween costumes, so she loves to. She's that kind of crafty, creative person. So she likes that kind of stuff. And Halloween, we usually go to. There's a few haunted houses and a few farms outside the city. They do like haunted barns and haunted hay rides and stuff. So that's awesome. I'm sure your daughter will love that. Hey, Joe. Christiane says hi to you. Christiane's my wife's. She's one of my wife's coworkers that they work with. Say hi to Christiane, everybody. Say hi to everybody. Thanksgiving looks amazing over there. Well, you know what? I'm kind of excited. It's just a nice time of the year. It's a different time right now. So, oh, Undead, no Otter, no worries. You have a good one. If I don't get to catch you after. Priscilla, yes, thanks very much, Joe. Priscilla says to have a nice Thanksgiving. I appreciate it. The purchase, yes, Jojo G. I didn't know you were his wife. I need to get you to Scotland. Thank you. Yeah, Joe loves. I honestly, we started watching Outlander and like purchase the main one. I was shocked by it. I figured maybe Outlander she might like because it had a little bit of a romance story in that. But Game of Thrones, I never thought in a million years she was going to be into that. She watched about 15 minutes, and I thought, I looked at her face. I thought, yeah, we're going to be turning this off. This will be something I'll watch myself a few years ago. And I said, okay, I'll turn it off. And she says, don't turn it off. And she went through, we didn't miss an episode together. She wants to actually rewatch it before the new season starts next year. Yes, Christiane Joe makes some great costumes, doesn't she? Jamie Austin, I have a 22-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old. They're polar opposites. Yes, no, our kids are too. A 15-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old boy. The great kids, they're like in some ways, but a lot different too. East Mesa Urban Homestead. I'm on the way to get chicken food. Oh, hey, enjoy. That sounds awesome. Have a good time. Neil Blake game. Everybody go support Christiane Chatham. Yes. Yes, Joe. Who knows what the future holds? That's for sure. Hey, Recycle Dude. I said thanks very much for dropping by. I appreciate it. I said at the beginning, and I wanted to apologize. I got your message in the last stream. I set the stream to go live for 2, and we were talking about computer issues. The stream hit 2 o'clock, and it said going live, and it just like the Hangouts last night. It just kept spinning and spinning for around 2 minutes. So I thought, well, this has happened before. So I closed it out, reopened a live stream. But hey, no worries, my friend. I understand completely. I have issues. Not one of us doesn't have an issue. So, but I'm sorry that it took me so long. I'm new to that Hangouts, so I didn't catch on to it. I opened it and closed it a million times, and then finally, for some reason, we got into it and it finally worked. But I'm sorry that everything dropped out. But maybe we can do it again. I'd love to. So, anyways, thanks a lot. Everybody, go check out Recycle Dude. Love this guy. He does some live streams during the day, and for us, it's at night usually. But Recycle Dude, are you in California? I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell me where you're located in, but I mean the state. Are you in California area? Let me read through this. Claude/Jessica. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Renee Descartes. Can't speak today as usual. Renee D. Guitar Suite. How are you, buddy? It's nice to see you. I liked your new cover video this morning. The Toto cover. It was great. Everybody, if you like guitars and some great guitar playing and that, the man does some wonderful music and then some great covers. Check out Renee D. Guitar Suite. You won't be disappointed. Real nice gentleman. Yeah, no live streams, Jamie Austin. I love them too. I can't get on all of them. What I try to do is get to the videos and that if I can. I try to get to some live streams. If I can get to some during the day, I do. But usually at night, unfortunately, it's a good thing. My wife's home, so after a certain point, and my son's getting ready for bed, I kind of have to turn things down and have to spend some time with the family and that. So I don't always get to all the live streams, especially at night and that. Yeah, Recycle Dude. Yeah, live streams can be a cause of issues all about live. Yeah, no, you're right. You know what? It's so funny. You get on here and you're like, what am I going to say? And then all of a sudden you start talking to some people here. All of a sudden it's an hour, and you're like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? It happened in like 2 seconds. But yeah, you never know, especially what your computer's doing. And the funniest part, I go live at 2 o'clock, 1:58. I hear the door and somebody's trying to get in. I thought, what the heck? It's my mom. She was just dropping by. She's about 75. My dad passed away about 3 years ago, and we thought that was going to be a little difficult. I'll make this quick. I thought it was going to be difficult for her, but you know what? She started getting out and doing things, going to different groups, and she's busy Monday to Friday. You can't get a hold of her till probably dinner time. She's out with girls she used to work with, and she's out doing exercises. She walks like about 30 or 40 minutes a day, and she's out. She's busy all the time. But anyway, I guess she dropped in just before this happened. I said, hey. She's like, oh, I'll just sit right behind you on the couch and listen to you. I thought, oh no, that's not happening. So I said I'll talk to her later. But yeah, I'll see her on the weekend anyways. Excuse me for this. Once these glasses get all straightened out, everybody, I won't be looking as much like an old man. Oh, Recycle Dude, you're in Michigan, are you? My gosh. Recycle Dude, you don't have to tell me where you are. I'm in London, Ontario. That's about an hour away from Port Huron. We go over there all the time. And years ago, I lived about an hour outside of Detroit. So we used to go over, to Roseville, all the different places over there, and that Dearborn. Went to Dearborn quite a bit. But yeah, no, I'm familiar with Michigan big time, and like northern Michigan, all the hunting up there. I did not know that. I'm sorry, Recycled It. I had no idea. And I guess you're talking to treasure hustlers and everybody else. So I figured you might be out in California. I had no idea. That's awesome. I did not know that. That's so cool. If it fits, it bakes. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Yeah, say hi to Recycle Dude, everybody. He's a super great guy. He's got great live programs, live streams. He does some great parodies. He has Gil Skills on Treasure Hustlers. Gil Skills, great guy, Bob, real nice fella. Treasure Hustlers, Jackie and Sarah. Real nice girls. They were on the Hangouts. I talked to them for about a minute or so, a couple minutes, and then but yeah, real nice girls. If you want like pure hilarious like slapstick comedy and that, they do some recycling and maybe Recycle Dude. It eludes me. I can't think of the exact term of that. But if you want some great comedy, check out Treasure House. There's Sarah and Jackie. They're just the young ladies and that really hilarious ladies. You won't be disappointed. Oh, the Pritchards. What beer shirt are you wearing today? And my wife would say I'd have one for every day. No, not Pritchards today. It's not a beer shirt. It's I'm going to show you here. It's we went to Memphis. We went down to Tennessee a few years ago. Went to Nashville and then Memphis. And when we were in Memphis, I wanted to go to the Blues Club. I went BB King's Blues Club. My favorite part is the back of the shirt. It's awesome. Yeah, I love guitar. I grew up on it. Played guitar for 30 years and that. And I couldn't wait to go to BB King's. Beale Street in Memphis is like it's a mini size New Orleans. I imagine it's exactly what New Orleans is. A real small small concept. But it's funny, you get to Nashville, you go, you see a little bit about Elvis, but you get to Memphis and you're thinking, Graceland. That's why we went. My wife loves Elvis, and so she wanted to go see that. So we went, and it's funny, everywhere we went, there wasn't anything about Elvis. The only thing on Elvis Presley Boulevard, where Graceland is, we stayed across the street for one night and then at another hotel the rest of the trip. But we stayed at, my wife wanted to stay at the Heartbreak Hotel, just it's a tourist trap right across the street. Everything Elvis, 24 hours a day, movies and concerts going on in your room, and the heart-shaped beds, everything. But yeah, we had a good time. We saw his planes and his automobiles and his motorcycles, everything. But yeah, that was the only place you could get Elvis memorabilia. You couldn't get it anywhere else. And maybe they do that on purpose. But Benjamin Chavez, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Sorry, I might have missed some of the people in the chat here. I went off on a tangent. Nomadic RV, how are you, buddy? You know what? I want to say, everybody, I checked out your video on that. I wanted to write it down. Tusagan Museum and Ruins for the Grand Canyon Village in Arizona. If you want a great informational video and just great shot footage in that, check out Nomadic RV. Check his new video that he put up recently. You won't be disappointed. Great footage. Oh, recycle dude. No, I get on here and sometimes you're like, what are you gonna say? And then you get on and just you're saying like a million things. It's funny, I like the idea of having somebody with me. Last week I put my son on; he was off for the day, so it's kind of nice to have somebody to shoot things off with. Because I can sit here and talk; nobody's talking back. So that's the great thing about the chat. But yeah, it would be great. My wife said she'd like to do it sometime, so maybe one Friday or Saturday night. Maybe she can sit here with me and she can get me going for sure. I'll have maybe a drink or two. I won't show the beer or whatever because I'm not sure if you can on YouTube, but might have a drink or so and I'll have a good time then. That's for sure. If it fits, it bakes. I have a cousin by marriage that was the mayor of Marysville over by Port Huron. Beautiful place. We were there when we had a big boat show come through with speedboats. I think. Oh wow, yeah, Port Huron. They had that great. The river, I guess, or the pond or whatever it is running through Port Huron. That's awesome there. Benjamin Chavez, how are you all doing this evening? Sorry, my dog's just come here. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, just sit down with that here. Okay, come on, sit down. What's my favorite beer? I've got a lot of different ones. I like the stout beers. I like the heavier ones. I can't drink them, especially in the summer. I drink a little bit of a lighter ale and stuff. But I love Guinness. I just love it. And Purchase was telling me about a Scottish one. I like to. She says if I ever go there, I have to try it. So yeah, definitely. There's a lot of different ones. I like the English ones, the Irish ones. I used to. There was one when I went to Australia years ago called VB, Victoria Bitter. For years, that was my favorite. I used to have a friend that. Nomadic RV, I imagine you know where Wollongong is. He lives up in Miami, Queensland, I guess now. But the fellow that was from Wollongong, every Christmas and that, he used to send me like a 12-pack of VB for Christmas and New Year. So I love that. I haven't had that in years. I just got in contact with him again a couple of years ago on Facebook. I lost touch with him for about 5 or 6 years. Oh, they're my girls. That's great. Excuse me for this. My I hope I didn't lock up my chat locked up there. I'm just gonna take a sip. Sorry, everybody. Next week I'll be 100% again. Angie Butler, how are you? Ray Pops, how you doing? Excuse me for this. Good, good, good. Let me just run through this here. Hey, the kid Jameek, how are you, buddy? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you, buddy. Where is it here? Somebody was saying about the beer. Who's your favorite band? Well, Rush. You know, only the Canadians might know who Rush are. Some of the Americans may, but most Europeans are not going to know who Rush are. But yes, Rush. I've been listening to them since about 1979. So you know, I was about 10 years old when I got into them. So they don't seem to be a band anymore. A couple years ago, the drummer he decided he wanted to finish things up. So at this point, they're kind of on a hiatus, or I think they're pretty much done. But yeah, Rush would be my favorite. But that's I'm sure there's a lot of people that have a lot of different interests. That's just mine. That's all. It's something I enjoy. I don't push it on anybody. It's just something I enjoy. So, Ray Pops, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. River Rat Skipping. Let me read this. Sorry. You can show beer. They don't care too much on that. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, you know what? I imagine they do because I watch craft beer pours. The married couple that I watch them usually at night when I guess he's home and that they do like a live stream and that they made their 4,000 hours this week or last week. I can't remember. They were super excited. But I watched last week on Friday. They did a beer pong episode. It was hilarious. But yeah, I guess they he reviews the beers and he has a couple pours himself. So then the Bearded Beersman and Kent beer reviews. I know I'm missing a few. If anybody else is on here with beer channels, I apologize. Sorry about that. You know what? 19 people watching or in the room and 12 thumbs up. That's great. I appreciate you smashing the thumbs. Thanks very much, everybody. Much appreciated. Thanks for dropping by again. Anyways, I appreciate it. I know it's Friday. You know, people have not busy lives, and maybe Friday's not a busy day. So, but I appreciate, you know, I appreciate each and every one of you for dropping by. Thanks again. Much appreciated. Let me see. I show wine all the time. Oh, recycle too. That is awesome. Now, my wife likes wine, some chilled wine for sure. She doesn't really drink, but if she does, she'll have a glass of wine for sure. Sorry if I'm a little lagging again in the chat. Sorry. Let me see here. Somebody was talking about Rush here as well. Yeah. Oh, hey, Obliques Magnet Fishing. How are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming by again. Say hi to Obliques Magnet Fishing. Everybody, I hope everybody's talking to everybody in the chat and supporting each other. You know what? There's a wonderful bunch of people. You know, the odd day we'll get a new person. It's great if you can support them. And well, a lot of people come back, and you know what? They'll come. A lot of people meet everybody from different shows, and the purchasers were saying the same thing. They Big Keg. Everybody, I'm sure, is aware of Big Keg from Australia. Keg's a real nice fella, isn't he? Recycle dude. But yes, purchasers were saying they met Big Keg here, and he'd support anybody. So please, everybody, support Big Keg. He's a super great guy. Nomadic RV. Carlton Draft is another good beer. Nomadic RV, is that a Australian beer? I'm going to check it out. I run through the streams later, so I'll be able to check it out. Maybe look it up on that. Benjamin Chavez. Haha. If you like Rush, you should watch the comedy. I love you, man. Yeah, with oh gosh, those two real tall fella, and I can see them right now. Yeah, they did, especially in the man cave, right? Yeah, that's hilarious. Especially when they do is it Tom Sawyer or Limelight? That's hilarious. If it fits, it bakes. Rush is freaking awesome. Best three-man band ever. Exactly. I mean, they're all up to. For me, each one of them is the best at their instrument. I mean, Neil Peart. I can't say anything more about that man. He's went through a lot in his life, but that drumming. I mean, for 40 some years, I don't know anybody that can sit down and do what he does. But yes, no, they're great. Geddy and Alex, fantastic. Anyways, I won't talk about them anymore. Otherwise, the drop will go real quick and nobody will ever come back. Obliques Magnet Fishing. Executor was before this. Exculator was before the strongest beer, 14% alcohol and 80% failing. Oh wow, I'm gonna look that one up. I don't know that one. Sorry about this. I'm Ray Pops. Thank you very much. I appreciate you dropping by. Mike Thomas, are you in the house? If I missed you, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. I'm so sorry. Say hi to Mike Thomas, everybody. Jojo, so great to see everybody come out. 21 in the live stream. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians. Joe, not just to Thanksgiving. I've said everybody here can be a honorary Canadian, even if they don't want to be. Right now, they can be an honorary Canadian. Joe, I don't know. Will we do something Monday or Sunday? Maybe we'll have to figure something out. Hopefully, we can get back on Monday. And that I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can do it Monday. It's Thanksgiving here, so I'll try to get on Monday too as well. Excuse me here. Mike Thomas, my channel is Trains and Drones. You know, the trains, my son loves trains, and I'm just getting into the drones. I mean, I don't have one, but watching all the content on YouTube, it's amazing. The footage, it's incredible. That aerial footage that you get, I never thought it was going to be like that at all. I mean, I've seen the drones, you know, some of the young people around here and some of the men that have them in the parks and stuff. They take them out on the weekends at night, and they're fantastic. But yeah, the footage you guys are getting is incredible. I imagine you could go anywhere with those. Purchased, she's Joe. You do yours at 9, so she's done pretty much an hour later, 5. So by the time we got home, it'd be 5:30. Uh, it'd be about 10:30 your time. So she can. I'll get her to watch one of your live streams, like a replay on it. But I don't know how long. If you're like an hour and a half, 2 hours, we'll definitely get on a Thursday night. I'll get her to come on a Thursday night. That way, she can talk back and forth with you. I can talk to Martin, and she can talk to you. You know what? It'd be great to. She'd like Karen Summers too, wouldn't she? She really would like Karen. Nomadic RV. Yes, made by the same company that makes VB. Is it really? Wow. That's one thing I found hard moving to the US was finding a decent beer. I like MGD. Oh, you like Miller Genuine Draft? You know what? Nomadic. Do you like? Was it 4X or 3X? It was in a yellow can. I had it. Here's how stupid I was when I went to Australia. I went back in '91, and I remember I got there and I started drinking Foster's. You know what? I thought, oh, I'm just like Crocodile Dundee. That's what everybody must drink. But I imagine Foster's. When I got there, my friends over there, they kept saying, "You got to put that down, mate. Nobody drinks that. Everybody." It's like here, Canada. We have two, Labatt's and Molson. Labatt's used to be a huge company. They're based out of London here, but not too many people drink Labatt's anymore. I mean, they drink a lot of the products that they make, but the Labatt's Blue product, yeah, I never get endorsed by Labatt's, that's for sure. But yeah, no, not a lot of people drink Blue, but they drink a lot of their other products that they manufacture and that, not manufacture, that they make in that. Sorry. Some new faces in here, Mike Thomas. Yes, there is. Hey, anybody got anything exciting? Yes, that's it. Benjamin Chavez, Jason Segel, and Paul Rudd. That's it. Oh, they're hilarious, aren't they? What's that? Forgetting Sarah Marshall with Jason Segel. I love that movie. It's absolutely hilarious. Roland Denison and Mars from Michigan. Is that? Pretty sure that's who I just saw there 2 seconds ago. Mars from Michigan. Hello. And Roland Denison. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Yes, everybody support Mars from Michigan and Roland Denison. Raphael Scrapper, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you again. You know, you sent me a nice remark back, so I appreciate it. I know you had a minute, but you know you didn't have to come, so I really appreciate you that you did drop by. Thanks so much. Yes, Mike Thomas. Everybody support everybody and grow the channel together. You're right. You know what? It's so good. You get to a lot of the stations, and then from one channel, maybe this channel, a lot of the other stations, you move on and not move on, but you go to another live stream, and you know what? There they are. They're with you. Maybe they've already been there, or maybe they're just coming, and then from there you grab a bunch of new friends too, and everybody, when you're going through the streams, a lot of people just they're not following you around. They're just there because there's great content from other people, and that just like everybody here. So yeah, it is great to check everybody's channel out and support them. That's one thing. There was a young fella, it's a gaming channel, nice young fella, but he wanted me to shout out his name out yesterday. So I typed it in, and he was able to get a few people to check him out. So that's great. But he sent me a direct message. He said, "Hey, how do you get supporters?" I said, "Just don't keep asking everybody. Go check them out. Go to live streams, talk to them. Go check their channel out. Don't go to them if you're not interested. Find things you're interested. I mean, you can go check a video. It doesn't mean you're going to be interested if you don't. I mean, you can like it. You don't always have to stay on the channel. Just like mine, some people go, oh gosh, I don't want to be on his. That's enough. Or some people might find it stupid and funny or whatever it is. But yeah, that's what I told him. I said, you just got to support people, and you got to show positivity, and you have to be, you have to really, you have to find something you enjoy, and if you show the love to somebody, they're going to show it right back. So that's what I said to him. I mean, that's not any kind of whatever. That's just me saying it. I sent it to the young kid, and I told him he was asking about some of the gamers, and I told him about one fellow that we know. I said, he may be able to help you. He might be able to at least guide you that, maybe you should do this or that or whatever. So hopefully that helps him, and that we'll see down the road. Mars from Michigan, I'm hanging in there. Excuse me, I'm really losing my voice here this afternoon. Mike Thomas from Detroit, but in Missouri. Are you, Mike? So Windsor well then, Mike. Yeah, no, I lived an hour out of, when we were in high school. Up to high school, I lived in Toronto, and then my family moved us to a little small town, about 5,000 people. So it was quite a difference. We lived about an hour out of Detroit, so we went over areas then, and Roseville and all those different places over there. And we used to go to Port Huron quite often. So you're in Missouri, are you, Mike? A couple of years ago, we went through Missouri. We drove through St. Louis, and then what happened was a couple of years ago, we're supposed to go down to South Carolina for a week for holidays. It was the first week of October or so, but then a hurricane or something hit in South Carolina, and we couldn't go. They wouldn't even allow you to go over state lines in South Carolina, so we had to make changes pretty much on the Thursday night before we left. So my wife got on. She did some of these, not B&B, but she did one of these where you rent somebody's like condo or apartment in that house for a week. So we did that, and we went down to Branson, Missouri. We had a great time. My parents, when I was younger, they went down, and I didn't know what I was going to think, but the kids, we had a great time. We saw some live shows, went to the Dixie Stampede down there. Dixie Stampede, they had one of those just outside of Myrtle Beach and that. But yeah, Dixie Stampede, it's a great show. It's like, anybody ever been to medieval times? They have like a dinner show, and they have a stage, not a stage. They have the horses, and that everybody becomes teams, and they fight. And then you have your like dinner or whatever it is, ribs or chicken. You eat it with your hands, and the beans, and your desserts, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Dixie Stampede. I think Dolly Parton still has a part in that ownership, but Dixie Stampede I love. And we saw, what else was it? Some other big theatrical show. It was up on the hill in Branson, and it was fantastic, just fantastic. Sorry, I rant, everybody. Baja Treasure just supported. Oh, okay, that's great. Are they Baja Treasure? Oh, yes, they are. Baja. You know what? Sorry. Baja Treasure, is that? If I'm mispronouncing, let me know. Just scream at me through the computer. Oh, Roland, that's how I followed you. Oh, yes. Same here, Roland. Honestly, you know what? I started my first lady I started talking to was Susan from Susan's Creative. From there, a couple days later, she guided me to Michael Fire Jr.'s live stream, and I've been going there for the last 2 months. And that's how I met pretty much probably 70% of the people that I know on here. And then from there, from other channels, back a couple of people here, a couple of people there. And and everybody seems to, some people say to somebody, what's a good one to, and somebody else, and then you'll read it in the stream, and you go check it out yourself. So it's word of mouth sometimes, and just throughout the chat, it's a great thing. It really is. going to mispronounce this, so my apologies. Sania Safar. Hello, how are you? It's nice to see you. I'm very I do apologize for the mispronunciation. I know I might have messed that up. Oh, Treasure. You know what? Thanks very much. Yes. My wife would say a lot to just call this guy, the name of the channel. No, my wife's really good to me. I'm just teasing. Brittany Garcia. Everybody say hi to Brittany. It's nice to see you. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a great weekend in that, Brittany. Great. Mike, Shalim, well, I must go and study and prepare for my live stream tonight, brother. Yes. God bless you, everybody. Have a great day. Say have a great weekend, Shalim. Take care, Mike. It's nice to see you. Thanks very much. Yes, everybody support Brittany Garcia. A very nice young lady. Very, very nice. Yes, thanks. Thank you for your support, everybody. Mars from Michigan. Yes. Take care, Mike. Have a good weekend. Anybody else have anything going on this weekend? I have a question for everybody. So, the live stream, that's great. I went on Recycle Dude's channel last night, and we started to do. He said, "Do you want to come on Hangouts with me?" And we just had some computer glitches and that, so that's no big deal. I got a question. Anybody else used Hangouts before? Until last night, I had never used it. Hangouts didn't work for me. It took me about good 30 minutes or 25, 30 minutes to get into it. I think it might have just been something on my end. But does anybody know, is Hangouts the best, not stream, but is it the best program to use if you want other people like, I don't know, does Skype do it as well? Hangouts Skype is, I know what Skype is, but is Skype available for like your live streams? I really don't know. I'd have to look into it a little bit better. But if anybody's done any streaming here, any of the live streams, does anybody know, like, is Hangouts the very best thing to use? So if you want like a panel, like say we ever did something here in the afternoon or something, said to some of the people, would you like to be on the Hangouts or whatever program? Is that the best one to use, or is there anything else anybody else could recommend? Because I'm just asking because I have to research it. I have no clue in that. I'm just asking. Let's see here. Raphael Scrapper. I do mushroom hunt. Oh, Mike, Shalima, you have a great one. Okay, have a nice weekend, buddy. We'll talk to you later. Roland Thusen. Hangouts. Is that the best one, Roland or Roland? I really don't know. Like I said, this is just what we're trying to use last night. I used that a few times, but always had a pain to get in somewhere. Raphael, exactly. That's what I found. It didn't matter what I used. I used Chrome. Then the funny thing is, it's Google Hangouts, so it's Google Chrome. It should work in Google. It didn't work in Google. I had to go to Internet Explorer to use it. I thought, why is it working in Microsoft but not Google? YouTube, Google, everything. It was not working at all. But finally, we got it to work, and then it crashed. So I'm just curious if there's maybe something else. But Mars from Michigan says Hangouts is very easy on a tablet. Is it? Maybe that's why I'm using a desktop. Desktop. I have the phone, but I haven't gone live that way. I've done some videos on the phone, but not. I've never gone live on the phone. But you're saying that tablet's the best for Hangouts, is it? Okay. Shalim, I use Zoom. You know what? Let me write that down. That's new to me, so I'm going to use Zoom. I'm going to check that out this weekend. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Hangouts is a good app also, is it? Okay. Leaks never stream. Well, that's understand. Discord is cool, but it is different platform. Is it? Oh, okay. Benjamin Chavez. Hangouts works best in Chrome. I thought so too. You know what? I don't know why. It didn't work for me. That's the problem. And maybe should have shut everything down. Maybe that's what the problem. Maybe I should try it again. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do it on here, but maybe because a few of the other live streams use it too. So I just curious about it. Sandy Williams, I prefer Zoom, but you only get, I think, 45 minutes unless you pay for it. Oh, really? Oh, okay, no problem. Well, I'll take a look at it anyways. I mean, it's nice to know because, like I said before, I don't know anything about the. Does anybody know, like, does Skype do the same thing? Like, I would think Skype, it's the biggest thing out there. I would think Skype would be, is it available to use this way, or is it just, because, I've used Skype a million times over the years, talk to friends and family overseas or, um, in hours away, and not because Skype for me is perfect, but if it doesn't work this way, then there's no sense. But I really need to look at it. It kind of happened real quick last night. We just said, "Hey, do you want to go on Hangouts?" Just talking to people, and I said, "Yeah," but it maybe it was my stupidity, but maybe there needs to be updates. I really don't know. But I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna try the Zoom for sure. You about gaming? I'm gonna go. Everybody enjoy your weekend. No problem, my friend. You have a great one. I won't sound this bad, and I'll be a little better next week. So, in the glasses, I won't be at this point. Some of the things are a little blurry. At the beginning, when I first put them on yesterday, everything was focused. A little out of focus right now, so it might take me a day or two to get these worked in. Excuse me. Purchase. I still haven't watched Kevin Wilson. Is it? That's the one that Martin was talking about. Is that right? Yes. Kevin, where did I put that? I'm pretty sure. Yes. I wrote it here somewhere on the table. I have to find it. I'm gonna have to look at that. After talking to you both last night, I thought I'd love to watch some of the old shows. My buddies and I, 30 some years ago, would get around on a weekend or something, and we'd have a few drinks, and we'd sit and watch Benny Hill. So I have to get back to watching some of those old programs. I haven't seen them in years. Oh, Shalene, you always have to restart before using Hangouts. You gotta go. Oh, no problem. No problem. Yeah, Skype is Microsoft, so maybe that won't work then. Okay. Raphael, I like Viber more than Skype. Is Viber available for this, or is it just like a chat program, like a? Oh, Skype you can't. Okay, no worries. Obliques magnet fishing. Maybe someone give a preview from the program on YouTube. Okay, might be a good idea. Sandy, you gotta run. Have a great weekend. Okay. Yeah, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again. Okay. Thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Oh yes, Kevin. Yes, Wilson. Thanks, Purchase. I appreciate that. I don't know where it. Let me write that down. I'm sure I have it on the table. My problem is I write everything on the table and I put the kids stuff here, this here. Maybe it's just a man thing. A lot of men are probably more organized. It's just my misorganization. That's all it is. How's the weather where everybody is right now? It's typical fall weather. It's dark gray, cold, and rainy here. I hear we're supposed to be in for some, I think, some nice weather here. I think it's going to warm up like almost like August weather, but I'm not really too sure. No peace to you. Obliques magnet. I go also another direction, so have a good evening or noon. Bye-bye. Take care, my friend. Have a nice weekend, okay? Yes, no, I understand people have to take off, and that much appreciated for you dropping by. Much appreciated. Let's see here. What was I going to say? So I was talking about this morning. I watched. I'm going to type his name in again, and I'm not trying to promote him every 2 seconds, but he's pretty much where I met most of you. Michael Fire Jr. His live streams. I do watch his live streams. He went down south this week on a trip with his wife, and on his trip, he's met quite a few of the people from the live streams. He met like, does anybody know Budget Bushcraft? I'm sure. Well, if Nomadic RV still here, he would know a Budget. Hoosier back OD. Reagan Laugh Love. Who else did he meet? Out of Body. He met. Oh gosh, who was it this morning? I can't think. I'm sorry about that. But he was in Nashville, so he went to took us, like him and his wife, after he did a video right after the live stream. In the video, it was going around Nashville, showing all the different sites and stuff. I don't know if anybody's been to Nashville. My wife loved it. We went a few years ago, like I said, when we went to Memphis, and you know what? We had a great time. She got her favorite boots she's ever had. You know, the cowboy boots. We went in, and at the time, I'm still not like a country fan. I can appreciate a few people. My wife likes country. It's not my cup of tea, but that's fine. I mean, you know, just like somebody else's, it's not their cup of tea what I enjoy, so that's totally fine. But yeah, we went, and I've appreciated it now a little bit better, especially some of the things that she listens to, and that's fine. My wife listens and does pretty much anything for me, so I have to show her the love back for sure. But yeah, we went to Nashville, and one of the nights she says, "Can we go look at cowboy boots?" And I said, "Oh yeah, yeah, no problem." So we went in. We went into couple different shops. You know, some of them $2,500, $3,000. And I said to her, I said, "Yeah, I don't think we can afford this." And she said, "No, no, no, no." And we found this one place. We went in the front door, and we're like, you know, they're playing the country music. They had all the country garb, and then they had some cowboy boots. Didn't seem to have a lot. I said, oh, maybe this isn't the place for us. And we looked up, and the cowboy boots, you know, were running around $1,900, 2,000, 2,500. I said, oh yes, this place, everything was expensive. This is not the place for us. Then the people behind the counter said, 99% of the people that come in here walk in and uh, walk out. She said, so we've had to start telling people when they come in, uh, we should almost put a sign up or change the location of where everything is, because everything in the front, it makes it look like an up, not uptight, but like a, you know, a real expensive shop. And so anyways, she said, I'm going to take you to the back and show you the other boots. So we have, that's where actually 99% of our boots are. So we went back. It's like almost a warehouse in the back, you know, thousands of boots, different styles and stuff. But they had great deals. It was, you know, how you get the 2-for-1 deals and that? They had for 3-for-1. So whatever you could find there, if you could find maybe a pair of boots that were like $200 or $300 or $400, whatever the most expensive boot you could find, you could get 3 different pairs of boots. So the most expensive, that's what you paid. So I think she bought a pair for like 250, but she was able to get 3 pairs. So she got herself a pair, and both our kids a pair. And unfortunately, they'd both grown out of them, but we kept them in that. But it was cute in that. I think maybe we passed the one of our kids' boots on to one of the nieces or nephews in that a few years ago. But yeah, fantastic. Some great deals down there. But some of the greatest music. I mean, BB King's was in Nashville. We didn't get there. We went to BB's in Memphis and that, and best catfish I've ever had in Memphis. But Nashville, oh my gosh, the country bars and that, we had a great time. And Broadway, that's the main street, and that where a lot of the bars and clubs are and stuff. And we were there, and there was this guy, the Broadway, I forget, he was a street musician, and all you had to say was something, your name or some saying, and he'd go into a song. We sat and watched him for 10 minutes. I thought this guy should be on YouTube or like in Hollywood or something. He was fantastic. He had like hundreds of people standing around him all night, and the whole time we were there. So yeah, if you ever get down there, you should check out this fellow that was he playing drums or what he was doing now, but just fantastic. Just a great place. And just down the way, I'm a real big hockey fan. The Nashville Predators play like not even a quarter of a mile down the road in the Bridgestone Arena, I guess it's called. And we were in one the bars. It was, I think it was May or something. It was playoff season, and the Predators must have been playing. And you know, all these guys get out of this limo. And, you know, it was like 11:30 at night, and these guys are all like 6'4", 6'6". What the heck? Then I realized there were probably some of the guys from the hockey team, either Predators or whatever they were playing. But yeah, just great time in Nashville. Benjamin Chavez, you know, I never thought Canadians would be so much into cowboy style outfits, but I kind of. Looks like they are. Yeah, no, Benjamin Chavez. I think it's a big thing. I imagine in the States too, and here too. Uh, like I said, it's not my. I I went to a festival with my wife. They call it Trackside Festival. They had like Florida Georgia Line and a few of the other big bands there a couple of years ago. They came to town here for a weekend, and we had a great time. Even if I didn't enjoy it after, you know what? I could appreciate it. I really did enjoy myself. We had a good time. But yeah, a lot of the young people are really into country. It seems to be. You remember rock and different musics were popular years ago. I find rock music probably I don't want to say it's dead, but it's not the way it used to be. They're not selling albums. The country star, they're the ones them and rap and a few of the other. If you want to say record sales, that's who's selling in that. But yeah, definitely. Especially out west, like they have the Calgary Stampede, and a lot of people up north are really into country music. The more you get out of the city, and that a lot of people are really into country. I find. Purchased. I had a pair of pink cowboy boots for years. Wore them until they fell to pieces. Yeah, my wife, she has them. Once in a while, she wears them to work, and maybe for a costume or something. She loves them. They're in perfect shape. It's funny. The one person in my life that I never in a million years thought would ever have a pair of cowboy boots. Uh, my parents years ago, when my dad was alive, They'd always go down south, and that's where they always traveled in the summer. And they were wherever they were, I don't know. And my dad says, "I'm going to get a pair of cowboy boots." And my dad was a businessman. He was a banker, and so he wore suits 24/7, pretty much Monday to Friday. You didn't see my dad not in a suit except if he's cutting the grass or whatever, um, and after work. But he's always wearing a suit. He's always dressed up. But yeah, it was funny to see my dad wear cowboy boots. Just absolutely hilarious. Um, so what? No, I guess we're coming to the end here in a few minutes. Does anybody else have anything else going on this weekend? I'm not trying to just drag it along. I'm just wondering if anybody else has anything going on themselves this weekend. Claude/Jessica, hello, just stopping by. You know what? Thank you so much. Everybody say hi to Claude/Jessica. Much appreciated. Hi. Sorry. I won't be this lame next week, I promise. This is a few medications in me, and that I'm not Sudafed, but I forget what the cold and flu medication my wife has me on, like a daytime and a nighttime. And I think yesterday I may have screwed it up and took the nighttime in the day because they have different color codes. One's like, you can tell it's night and one's day, but I think I messed it up. Hopefully I got it right today. Oh, Pritchard, are you redoing the bathroom, right? That sounds fun. My wife would never let me do that. I'm not Mr. Fix It. If somebody's with me, if my brother or my buddy, they're a little more they're on the more talented side, I guess. I can help out. Let's put it that way. But if you give me the tools, my wife now, she's the one. It's hilarious. I remember she wanted to switch out the speakers in our car. We were getting rid of the one car, and she put this nice stereo system in her car. And she says, "I'm not getting rid of that. I paid way too much money." I said, "Okay, no problem. Well, this other car, we're going to get a better stereo put in it." So she's like, "No, no, that's not it." She says, "I'm going to go on YouTube and figure it out." So she went out and Saturday or Sunday afternoon and spent like 3 hours. She ripped the whole car apart, like the old car that we're getting rid of, and she took everything apart. And she literally she took it out and she put it in the new car. I said the stereo was fine. The stereo that she took out was a lot better, but she put everything in, and my wife's miss fix it. She can look at something and figure it out within minutes. And that myself, you want to see somebody spend the rest of their life, it'd be like me being in prison. It'd be just like staring off into space. Yeah, that's pretty much me. Useless when it comes to fixing things. That's awesome. Are you Miss Fix It, the Pritchards? Your husband? Yes. Oh, hey, everybody say hi to Tembuki. It's nice to see you. It's very nice to see you. Even to our host, thank you so much. I appreciate you dropping by. Oh, Mike Thomas, no worries, my friend. You know what? A couple minutes, about 5 minutes or so, 5, 6 minutes. We'll call this a day because I got to start closing up to go pick my son up. But no, I appreciate you dropping by. And that if you're busy, no worries. Yeah, everybody thumbs up. Yes, thanks, Mike Thomas. Are you laughing, Pritchards? Oh yeah, Mr. P loves do it yourself and can pretty much fix or make anything. That's awesome. I wish I was like that. My dad now, when I was a kid, it's funny, he always wanted us to, we started when we were little kids with my dad. My dad was into woodworking. My dad could, if you gave him wood, he could refinish anything, do anything with wood. Him and his dad did things, I guess, when he was a kid. But, my brother and I, stupid kids, they didn't, we did things with our dad, but that's not one thing we did. We should have spent a little more time. He could, if he gave him the time, he could fix something. But two of us, over the years, we've learned things, but nothing to the extent of being able to do it ourselves. We need somebody right next to us, unfortunately. Oh, Mike Thomas, you like the live streams? Well, that's great. You know what? Like I've said to everybody, a couple of people at the very beginning, maybe the first stream or something that we're on, not most of the people that I'm talking about don't come to the stream anymore, which is totally fine. They don't have to. That's no worries. But they were saying, you need to stop the pauses, quit reading. But if I've gone to other streams, some of the people have specific things they're talking about, and that's fine. That's not what this channel is. I'm not talking about fixing things because I can't fix anything, unfortunately. I can just talk to you. It's pretty much, it's not a coffee chat, but it's like kind of sitting around with your friends, sitting around talking, and that's it all. And, sharing the company and talking about other channels from here. Anybody that I may not have seen before or haven't maybe been to recently, I can always go to the channel later. And that most of my notifications, that's where I get to my videos and that I view. If it pops up, I might not get to it that second when it pops up, but a couple hours later when I have the time, I'll try to get through things. And sometimes you can't get to everyone. So if you've been to a couple of people recently, if theirs come up, you may not be able to go to theirs right away. You want to make sure you get to everybody. So, one person, if you made the last 2 or 3 to them, you might have to miss one or so of theirs, go to the next person. I imagine that's how everybody works. At least that's how I am, because there's not enough hours in the day to get hundreds of people. That's so it's not just respect. And like the same people come to mine. I don't expect everybody to come to anything that I'm putting up either, or to live streams. So that didn't make sense, did it? Anyways, that's just a rant. I know it is. Incredible Big D and Chopper. Hey, how are you? It's been a while since I watched your videos. Oh, hey, no worries. It's nice to see it. Everybody say hi to the Incredible Big D and Chopper in the room, and that go check their channel out, please. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, purchase. I like doing it. My wife says it's the best thing because I am an outgoing person to like my friends and that. But a lot of times, you get out in public and that, you talk to your friends. But I was never one to ever want, especially at work, like when we had presentations, I just dreaded it. Getting up in front of 50 to 100 people and having to present something. They might want to like. I work for an insurance company, so what I was dealing with was a lot different. Like to get up in front of people and talk about that, you want to talk about a snooze fest. I was thinking about what am I going to be doing when I get home? What am I doing on the weekend? That's all I thought about the whole time. So this has been a good thing. It's like I've said, only been a few weeks. I like to keep it up. If I drop viewership, just like whatever, no worries. But it's nice to see everybody. I really appreciate you coming. Do appreciate it. LeBain, how are you? It's nice to see you. First time to your live, left a big thumbs up. Well, thanks so much. Everybody, check out LeBain, please. Everybody say hi to LeBain. The purchase. Yes, YouTube really can change people's life. It can. You're right. In a good way. My wife sometimes, like last night, she says, "Enough's enough. You got to turn it off. You need to spend some time with your family." I said, "Yeah, you're right." She says, "Whatever you're doing, the rest of the day, that's fine. But at night, when I'm home, you got to spend it with me." So that's the reason I don't get on, unfortunately, a lot at night, just because it's the only time. I imagine, like a lot of people, that's whenever you have your time, you need to spend it with family. That's the most important thing. It really is. This is great, but it's for fun, and I'm not going to be a millionaire off this. I'm not going to probably make any money from this. And that's not what this is about. I swear. This is just my wife thinks this is a good thing until I get back up and running in that. She says this will give you a little more confidence in that. So she says, I'd like you to, it's an hour of your day. You've got the rest of the time for everything else. So that's what I'm doing, and kind of enjoying it. On the weekends, we usually go out, family days, some trips, and then we film some stuff. So that's where the video footage comes from. This week we didn't get one out, and I apologize. My wife was a little under weather at the beginning of the week, and then we've just been busy the rest of the week. The one thing she was able to get done for us was a banner for the channel. So when you go, I had the little, you know, the idiot of the day uh, thumbnail thing or whatever you call it that sits there, but I didn't have anything else. So she did like a banner. It took her a while, but she got that done this week, and then on the weekend we'll get that video put together for next week. And she's gonna try like thumbnails and a few other things. Somebody was Recycle Dude was telling me to get a playlist. I'm like, what's a playlist? You know, I don't ever check them out on everybody's. I check their videos, but not playlists. So he was recommending we're gonna look into that and a few other things. It's slow, but you know, eventually we'll get to everything. Sorry to ramble on, everybody. Nomadic, great to see you. Purchase, you should watch BK52 as a banner tuition. Really? Oh, okay. You know what? I will write that down after this purchase. Brian and Box, hey, how you doing? It's nice to see you. Oh, sorry, BK42. Yeah, I know BK42. He's on Michael's streams and that. I know who, but oh, BK42. He's that. He's a Polish fella, isn't he? I know him. I was watching a live stream him for a few minutes yesterday. He was, I think, he was doing Michael's best hour of his day is. Well, I can't remember the exact words for it, but he was, yeah, he was doing Michael's yesterday. Nomadic. I just redid all my thumbnails, trying to be more readable and consistent. Brand Nomadic. That's what we're gonna try, lad. Like I said, we're doing this every day, like Monday to Friday during the week, and then we were doing 2 videos. Right now, probably it'll only just be 1 video a week, and either Tuesday or Thursday. This week, unfortunately, we didn't get one out. It was a little crazy around the house, so we had a lot going on. So we weren't able to put one up. Next week we'll get one out. But you're right. I thought, you know, it is just for fun, but it is also nice for people to see your stuff. So like you said, the rebranding of that, we want a few more little touches to it and that, and try to improve the video quality and that. I'm a little, I don't want to say shaky, but the video sometimes, you know, you're out there and you're doing a few things, you know, it's in your hands, so your hands are moving. Sometimes you'll be sitting there, everything's perfect. Then the minute you start moving, it moves a little. But once I get one of those, not tripods, I forget what you call them, be able a little bit more stability in that. So hopefully that helps. Joy, how you doing? Nice for dropping by. Brian Unboxed. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So yeah, hi to Joy and Brian Unboxed, everybody. You know what? I apologize. I'm going to have to run. I have about 25 minutes till my son's done school, so I have to get the dog out and pretty much get things ready to go pick him up. It takes me a few minutes to get down to the school. So anyways, I bid you do. And I want to say thanks for dropping by, everybody. 22 thumbs up. That was great. And 9 people still, so much appreciated. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians and everybody else. Have a great weekend, okay? Thanks for coming by. Much appreciated, okay? Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.